Welcome to Lola Lee Chat. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. So Karlissa was on Instagram Live after Chrisean and Blueface's Q&A, and she was responding because of something that was said. Actually, a few things were said in their Q&A. So I may insert it during the video, or I may wait until the end. I'll see how I feel. But listen to what Karlissa had to say.
Good evening, y'all. I'm gonna wait for 1 million people to get on here before I start this Q&A. I'm gonna wait for 1 million people to get on here before we start this Q&A. Hey, Mama Case, Mama Cass, please just stop speaking. I'm not speaking on no baby. I love all my grandkids. I'm not speaking on no baby. When I speak like that, it's because I genuinely want her to feel how it feels to just have somebody talking crazy to or about or anything they got to do with me and my son. You see how that feels? It's not a very nice thing, and it's very painful. To try to take jabs at a mother who was in her kid's life. I'm not like all these other mothers. I didn't do what y'all mama did. I did something totally different with mine. Okay, and to see the results of it now, sitting down and having to be punished and silenced and all this other stuff is very painful. I'm going through a lot of different traumas dealing with this. I'm going through a lot of different family traumas. And I love all my grandkids, sincerely, I do. Even if she said, you know what, I call a truce right now. You can pick your grandson up. Bitch, I will fly to the airport. I will fly wherever and pick him up and spend time with him. Y'all saw that already. I don't got to keep trying to prove myself when it comes to how I feel about genuinely feel about all my kids. But if one of they baby mamas get on here talking about my son is gay, my son want to his son, or just all the things that you have said about my son, you want my son to be sitting in jail, like I haven't seen all the stuff that you have said about my son. These are all things that have been said about my son. How do you think I feel? I feel like you feel. So sometimes, yes, I want you to feel how I feel. I don't have nothing against none of my grandkids. I love them all the same. If it was him or Javon, it would be the same for me. Okay, that's first and foremost. The other major problem, now that we have 1 million people on here, the other major problem that I have, that y'all keep thinking, oh, this is, entertainment for y'all. My job as a mother, as a matriarch, is to analyze every person that comes in these kids' life. Now, if they didn't have kids and they wanted to go do their whole Bobby Brown with their life, it's their fucking prerogative. But all of my kids have kids. I'm going to repeat that one more time. All of my kids have kids. I have bust every one of their asses and the people that they chose to have children with. You know why? Because if you can't handle me, how the fuck you gonna handle Journey? If you want bad things to happen to your husband's mother, if you and your family sitting over there plotting on consequences because your husband's mother always got something to say, how you gonna handle my granddaughter? You understand where I'm going with this? How are these people gonna be able to handle my grandkids that already act like me, that already move like me, that already got smart mouths like me? You're not going to be able to handle one of them. And then the next thing you know, I'm going to have to be in prison. Why? Because you want one of my grandkids to have consequences. Because you don't have enough love and patience in your heart to understand where the fuck I'm coming from as a mother. Now, I know you just became a mother and this is all new to you. But how you going to wish bad on the man's mama? It ain't like I went and robbed you or stole from you or kidnapped one of your kids. You and your family wishing bad on me because I don't agree with the shenanigans? I never wish bad on you or your kids. Now you see, that's not going to work because Journey is a handful. She's probably not going to be as friendly. Javon is a handful. They're not friendly children. I do ask Callie's kid's father too. I check on everybody I check everybody's temperature to see how they gonna move around my grandkids. Because if you gonna have a problem with one of my grandkids that's not your grandkid, I'm gonna take care of that right now. We're not going any further. There's no reason to go any further. If one of them don't got a problem with one of my grandkids. So how are you going to manage having stepchildren when you can't even love his mama, whether you can't stand me or not? I ain't never did nothing to you but to give you the same energy you have always given me. These people don't know why you don't like me, but we know why you don't like me. And it's not a good enough reason for you to be hoping and wishing bad on me. That means that you're going to do that to one of his kids. So how am I ever just going to be comfortable enough to embrace you in this family when I know you can't handle his kids? I know you can't handle being a stepmother. I know you can't handle sharing him with his kids. That you would prefer him to be in jail, pen paling you and having you all up plastered all over everywhere and not his kids. Now, as long as we known Jonathan, he ain't never not had his kids on his page. Why would a stepmother want him to take his children off his page? Why would you even want that? And that's the sickness that scares me and worries me. And then the people around you join in the reindeer games and want other people to have consequences instead of teaching you agape love. My mother-in-law couldn't stand me. But do you think I would want to interfere with my husband and his mama's relationship? Do you think I want to be with him that bad? Why would I want to interrupt my husband's mother's relationship instead of proving to her and showing her that I could handle this regardless? When she left here, she loved me. When we got together, she didn't. It was her job to check me to see if I was going to be a good fit for her son and his children. It was not his mother's job to just accept me. She got grandkids at stake here. I get it now. She wanted to know if one of them grandkids that she knew was hard to deal with, if I was going to retaliate against one of them and want them to have some type of worldly consequences because we don't get along. And I'm so glad I did not fail that test. I'm so glad I would never want my husband to take his children off his page or never talk to them or not have a relationship with them, even though I don't have the best relationship with them. I don't want him to not have a relationship with them. I don't tell my husband when me and his daughter getting along and he want to talk about his daughter, I don't want to talk about that. I listen. I show love. I don't sit here like, I hope she get her consequences. That's my husband's daughter. I can't never hope bad on her. I gotta forgive her every time she failed, just like I gotta forgive my own kids. You know why? Because that's his daughter. She done bopped me upside my head before too. I still love her. If she called right now, I'm still coming. So I'm trying to figure out how you gonna be able to do that if you can't even handle his mother. I don't gotta come over y'all house, but the kids always gonna come over your house. They always gonna be in your shit. Your shit gonna come up missing. Y'all ain't gonna have the best relationship. They gonna act like they mama. They gonna get on your nerves. And you think my grandkids about to be subject to that bullshit? And y'all thought I was just about to get on this Beyonce's good internet and just accept somebody? Just accept it? Do y'all know before y'all put a man in jail or make him pay or make people have consequences that you have the opportunity to remove yourself from a situation before you just make him pay? Do you know that you could just remove yourself until you feel better, until you grow, until you get stronger? When my husband's family didn't accept me, he went over there and I stayed over here. I loved him over here and they loved him over there. When he came home, I dragged her. I tried to drag her the best I could. You know why? Because Journey's going to drag too. And I have to make sure that you going to be able to handle it. Okay? Because Journey going to drag. She dragging me and I'm her grandma. And as soon as I don't give her way, I want my mommy. Call my mommy. How you going to handle that? How you going to handle it? Okay? Because I don't want to call her mama neither. So anyway, now that we got all of that out, I'm a drag. I drag Callie's baby daddies. I drag them all, honey. I drags mine. If you can't handle these kids, if you can't handle me, you can't handle these kids. Because kids gonna drag, baby. That's why y'all seeing all these people's kids. Because other folks that you bring in your house can't handle your kids. Can't even handle your mama. How you gonna bring somebody in your house and they can't deal with your mama? They definitely ain't gonna be able to handle your kids. Now, I hope I'm speaking to the choir today, because I don't know what y'all out there doing, just letting any old people come around your kids, but my mother-in-law didn't play about her son. And I proved to her that I could love him and love her and his kids in spite of how I feel. You know why? Because that's that agape love, and it's on me. It's in me. It's all around me. Okay? Clock that T. Okay, clock that T. So what I want y'all to do for y'all homework, here on out is the next time one of your sons or your daughters bring somebody home and you ain't feeling something, don't tuck your tail and go pray about it. Check their temperature. Make sure they can handle being around other family members in your house. Don't just let people in talking about, I'ma pray about it. Next thing you know, you over there, your child is molested. Your child is getting beat up by the stepmama. She's sicking dogs on them, letting dogs bite them all in their face and shit. Y'all need to get yourself together trying to tell me what to do. Because I already know if you can't handle me, you can't handle the journey. Okay? Because I'm her grandma, honey, and I'm barely handling the journey, okay? Soon as I tell her, don't put that down. Call my mama. I'm on my mama. I got to call Jaidyn on the phone to talk to her to get her together. Now imagine you called, she get her on the phone and Jaidyn start laughing at you. You gonna be able to handle that? No. You ain't gonna be able to handle that. You ain't gonna be able to handle John putting Journey first. You're not going to be able to handle that. You know why you're not going to be able to handle it? Because your daddy didn't put you first. And this is why y'all don't need to be trying to hurry up and get y'all no step kid, no stepdaddy, or no stepmama for your kids. Okay? What you need to do is start pen paling a nigga in jail. That's what you should do. Because you shouldn't just be bringing on anybody around your kids. Now, she don't want the kids around me. And I'm the grandmammy. So who you want around the kids? How you gonna call me a babysitter? I don't charge $1. They don't bring clothes. They don't bring food. They don't come back when they say they coming back. They don't come back on time. So let me know how I'm the babysitter, because I ain't made $1. I think babysitters at least get paid. Where is my money? He ain't sent me $1 for babysitting, okay? Babysitters at least get their check at the end of the shift. Babysitters don't go put a whole room together for your kids. Go buy car seats and eating tables and all kind of shit. They don't do that. Me and my husband don't need this big ass house. Me and my husband will be just fine in a condo. We stay in one room together the whole time anyway. We don't need this big ass house for us. We don't need the big ass house we haven't built. We doing that for our grandkids. Me and my husband, when we met, we signed up not to have kids together, but to enjoy our old age and our grandkids together. Okay? So we not babysitters. We grandparents. We ain't making near $1. And they don't come back when they say they're coming back. Don't none of them come back when they say they're coming back. Okay? They always say tomorrow, then the next day, then the next day. We don't call looking for them and harassing them. Well, sometimes I do. When I get real tired, I'll call them and cuss them all out. But anyway, y'all pray for me, because I'm getting ready to go film 6 Hot right now. And hopefully Jaidyn I don't lose my privileges for what I'm about to do. But I feel like I get to make some decisions with my grandkids too. So I'm going to call her when I get there, because I know she's going to try to say no. We babysitters. How we babysitters? Ain't made $1. Ain't nobody helping pay for none of these rooms that we put them in. I'm upset. That's a good question. Why am I upset with the person who did the Q&A? Because why, if you his wife, why would you read that bullshit? Why you gonna instigate the bullshit? And then what was you looking for him to say when you said, but your kids is over there? You don't talk to her, but your kids is over there. What was you looking for my son to say? His kids can't come over here? I played that message for you 99 times for you to catch a hint, and you still ain't caught a hint. What my son say? He said, I had loved being over there with my mom, because when my mom's there, I get to be a kid again. A grown-ass man said this. Your man, your husband, said he loved when his mama there because he get to be a kid again. That means he had a great fucking life. That means he had a great fucking childhood. So now why would you ask questions from some strangers about why he letting his kids be over my house? Do you know that Jaidyn would not let her kids come over here if John told her not to? She would never disrespect him that way. Never, ever. When she'd suck it up. She'd call her mama. She'd call her sister. She got plenty of babysitters that charge her and everything. Okay? She got plenty of babysitters. Okay?
Okay, guys. So I'm just going to pause the video for a second just to show you guys what Karlissa is actually reacting to. This is a clip from Chrisean and Blueface's Q&A, and Karlissa's name was brought up. So listen to this.
Oh, when have you spoke to her? Like, do you even speak to her?
Shit. Nah, I stopped talking to her after the whole Blueface and show stuff. You can't too. Everything can't too promotional unless, like, love for your son, you know?
Yeah, but all she does is talk. She talks about you, and
Yeah.
she has it. Right.
I agree. It's too promotional, you know? TMZ can't be my mom. I don't think that would be in my best interest. So I don't talk to her because I know if I talk to her, she's just gonna record my phone call or try to make something out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what?
Talk to you when you want to be.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
How do you feel about her mixing in with your kids? Like, if you don't talk to her, she's watching her kids though.
Right. I would hope that my baby mother would make sure that everything is respected and not neglected, you dig? Hopefully she's not partying and you know, just looking for a babysitter. But I believe up to then, I'm focused on our family, baby. You know, we got our son. But that'll be taken care of. They're taken care of. I see my thoughts.
Say that caller. Okay.
But my son said when we left that courthouse, I made sure I heard it. Wack heard it. Bodine heard it. Yes, my kids could go with my mama because he knew how they felt that day. And he knew that I was going to make sure that they didn't feel that no more. Okay? He knew Jaidyn was going to be down about having to raise her kids for a whole year by herself. And what did he say? He said, my kids could go with my mama. I made sure I heard it because I wouldn't take nobody's kids if they didn't want me to have them. I ain't that hard up for no kids. I done raised 3. And I got 8. I got 8 grandkids. I am not that hard up for nobody's kids, okay? Y'all see Andre and his wife don't let me get the kids, and what I do? I just send the money, send a gift, do what I do, okay? I'm not about to beg nobody. When Callie get mad and get in her mood and she say, my kids ain't coming over there, girl, do you think I'll call looking for them? No, I don't. Y'all got the wrong impression of me somewhere, somehow. But my job as mama, Madea, big mama, dumb mama, is to make sure that you can handle being around these kids so that I don't go to jail. Because I'm not trying to go to jail. Because if one of my grandkids was to ever call me on the phone and say you did something that you wasn't supposed to do, baby, you will never hear from me again. But you will see me. You will never hear from me, but you will see me. I just want to make that clear. And all the step parents, all the grandkids, all of them, they know. Call Big Mama. Okay? I'm going to pull up. I'm going to call the popo and tell them I'm coming. I'm going to tell them what I'm about to do. I'm going to tell them they don't need no judge or nothing, Jesus. Don't play with my grandkids. Okay? Now, y'all can play with my kids because they grown and they being hard-headed and they getting on my motherfucking nerves, too. So, y'all can play with them. And I didn't mean to say no cuss words because I know this my sister page and she don't be wanting me to say no cuss words on her page. So, I take that cuss word back. But my kids be getting on my nerves, and y'all can talk about them like a dog if y'all want to, because they talked about me like a dog, honey. So say what you want about them, but just don't play with these grandkids, okay? That's all I got to say. I'm pretty sure I touched on every topic. This was the best Q&A. This Q&A was far more worthy than that deflecting ass Q&A they gave y'all, okay? He know his mama. I raised him. I didn't raise Blue. Blue spent probably 6 months with his daddy once. And then a couple weekends here and there. Y'all know how it go. I was never, ever away from my child. Ever. Not ever. Now, he did do 6 months with my dad while I was trying to become an actress. And that didn't work out because my dad couldn't handle them. I went and got my kids and I brought them on back. But that's about it. They ain't never been in no foster care. I did 14 days in jail, but I made sure that the best person did the job. They ain't missed no school or nothing, Jesus, okay? But other than them 14 days in jail and that time I let him go stay with his dad, and then he got over there and his dad only had one room and he wasn't feeling being in the same room with his dad, and he said he wasn't going back over there no more. But what I do, I still try to convince him to go over his daddy's house. Everybody not gonna have what your mama got. Okay, you still got to go see your dad, and I need a babysitter sometimes when I'm be trying to get my groove back. So you got to go over there and visit your dad sometime. But other than that, no ma'am, no foster. I ain't got no child abduction, child abuse. Can't see your kid, none of that shit, none of it. Now I beat Andre ass one time with a plastic hanger, and he did call them people on me. But when they came to my house, they left and they told him, "Don't call us no more. You got too much happiness going on over here for you to be calling anybody about your ass getting whooped," okay? That's what they told him. I remember that Chinese man that came to my house. I got one felony in my life, and it was probably about how old is they? I got that felony about 30 years ago. And I'm going to tell you why I got that felony. Because somebody had on some cowboy boots and thought they was about to beat a slave. And I did handle my business, okay? You wasn't about to kick one of my kids with your cowboy boots and call him no nigga on Sunday, okay, baby? I knocked that kid into the middle of next week to get him up off my son. Yes, I did. And I took the charge, and they lowered it because they understood what was going on. And they lowered the charge to something else, misdemeanor. It wasn't no felony. But they knew, don't you play with my kids. And that's the only charge I got. The other charge I got was for beating up a lady who told my kids that I was gay. One of my friends took it upon herself to tell my kids was gay, and I didn't think my kids needed to know that I was gay. It wasn't their motherfucking business what I was doing with my vagina at night or my mouth, okay? I'm sorry. I know we on my sister page, y'all. We ain't supposed to be talking like that. So forgive me one more time. But those are the only charges I got. I promise you, with my right and my left hand to God, I got a charge for beating up one of my friends. I do. They called it a assault. And I got another charge for knocking a kid off my son. The neighbors came and got me and told me they was beating my son outside with some cowboy boots and calling. You know how I did from there, okay? So that's what my charges was. They 30 years old charges, okay? Them charges is 30 years ago. But I just let you know I'm not playing about my kids. I didn't run from the popo. I went down there and I told them exactly what I did. I came outside. I had a baby on my hip. I had one baby on my hip, okay? I had Jonathan on my hip and I ran out. And the white boy was kicking Andre with the cowboy boots, twice his size, calling him. And I could hear it before I got there. And when I got there, I had the baby on my hip. And I used my other hand and boom! I tried to knock him into the middle of next week. Now, I ain't saying that's right, and I don't suggest you do that, because at this point, I would not do that. I would have just broke it up and called the police. But hey, you got what you get at 30 years old. I was like Rosa Parks. I didn't know, okay? And wasn't about to sit my ass on no bench. So, that's the end of this Q&A. Do y'all have any questions for the Q&A? Don't you got something better to do? No, I am retired. And my grandbaby is in there taking a nap. And I waited specifically until she took her nap to get on here and address y'all. So I am a retired wife. I got all the motherfucking time in the world to be on the internet, but you don't. I have accomplished all my goals and my dreams. I wrote a book. I did a show. I hosted another show for some other people. I raised some successful kids that didn't turn out the best, but they still in the making. Okay, we ain't gonna rule them out. We can't count them out because they couldn't count me out. But baby, I got all the time in the world. Retired and successful, and I ain't got to do shit because my man got 2 jobs. Any more questions? I see why Blueface don't want anything to do with you. That sounds like a personal problem because he can't have too much to do with me for no sale. Now that's my son and I love him. But we don't give a fuck about what he's got time or want to do. Okay? He is not the priority today. His children are. Any more questions? Okay? Because we're not about to sit here and talk about one of my kids that came out my ass that's sitting in no dusty, dirty ass jail cell. Okay? We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Okay? I got the baby in there taking a nap, so don't have me get too loud, okay? Because I will get loud. We seen them attend court, and his son visited him multiple times. Thank you, girl. He was at the court. He sure was. Now remember, my dad almost had a heart attack because he didn't want him there. But that's okay. He was at the court, and after court, y'all can ask Jaidyn. My son said my kids could go with my mama. Okay? 53 years old and invested in my kids' business. You goddamn right. Because like I said, the grandkids is in there. What we going to do at all costs is protect them. She using y'all for clout. That's okay. She could use us for clout. She got that baby over there she got to feed. She could use us. But don't be over there using us laughing because we divided right now. Don't be doing that. After how old is they? 28 years old. Do y'all know that we have only had one other time that Jonathan has ever in his 28 years of living where he disrespected me? Ask Jaidyn, ask any of his ex-girlfriends. Jonathan ain't never disrespect his mama growing up. Not never ever would he. So we gonna give him a pass. Protect them grandkids. Don't let nobody near them. You one of the realest women I want to know. Okay, girl. Because they don't be liking the truth. They don't be liking the truth. They like to end up on the news talking about, I thought he loved me. I thought she loved me. I ain't know she was going to beat my kids or do this to my kids. Like, girl, bye. Your sons don't like you. My sons or my daughter. None of them like me, but they kids love me. I don't give a fuck about none of them liking me. I'm not their little friends. Y'all are. I'm not their fans. I'm their biggest supporter. Okay? I am not their fans. You can't be a fan of somebody that came out your ass. It don't work like that. Y'all thought it did, but it don't. Y'all had it mixed up. Y'all had it misconstrued. That y'all thought I needed my son. I'm not the rapper mama that need her son, baby. And no offense to the ones that do. But my son I had a house before he had a house. I had 2 pieces of property before he had property. He told y'all that already. You avoid any question or comment about your sons hating you. If they didn't hate me last year. Did they hate me last year? Would y'all fans, the real fans, let them know? Did my son hate me last year when he was doing that interview? Not in jail, a free son talking about so proud of my mama. And when she at my house, I get to feel like a kid again. So what did he hate me then when he left them did them interviews? Because I didn't even know about them interviews until y'all sent them to me. So I need to know, did my son hate me before he met these other people? Because I need to know, was he faking? I need to know, was the ninja faking when he begged me to come live at his house, okay? Our show only been out. How long the show been out, y'all? Not even 2 years. So if he hated me, why the hell he done been all on my show, taking pictures with my show, talking about he would love when his mama at his house when he get to feel like a kid again. Girl, if you thought my sons hated me, you got something seriously wrong with yourself. Seriously wrong. Now they might not like me and I ain't they little friends. I don't give a fuck about none of my kids not liking me. They kids love me. Your kids hate you. Starting when? Last year when the motherfuckers went to jail? When? Bitch, when? Bitch, when? When he asked me to come open that damn restaurant? Bitch, when? When did my kids hate me? When they graduated college and left my house? Or when they was calling me asking me for that goddamn studio money? Girl, bye. If he started hating me less than 2 years ago, that sounds like a personal problem to me. And he got to work with himself and Jesus on that. Because he wasn't a foster baby, honey. He wasn't a crack baby. His mama ain't never did no drugs. He ain't never been left nowhere. And nobody never did nothing to my child. So I can tell you right now, if he hate me, honey, that's a personal motherfucking problem that he got to figure out in that dusty, dirty ass cell. That ain't got shit to do with me. Okay? Why she have his kids if he hate her? Tell him again. If he hate me, why do I have the most important people in his life in my bed? That's a good ass question, honey, because she won't never have him in her bed. If he hate me, girl, bye. Ain't he the one told me to go over there and see her baby? And I went to see her baby, and what he say? Just bring the baby outside to her, because if your house dirty, she gonna talk about you. If he hate me, why he let me come over there and see your baby then? Didn't he let me go over there and see her baby too? Why would he like you when you all in dragging his baby? What? Didn't they drag mine? They dragging my baby, right? Y'all gonna stop today. This is the last day. While we got 300 million people on here, I want y'all to stop today thinking that I give a fuck whether my son talk to me or not. I don't give a merry motherfucker if he don't never talk to me from that jail cell, okay? I just want him to get out and do better and be better. They don't never got to talk to me. None of them. It ain't going to hurt none of my feelings. They still going to drop their kids off. Didn't he drop his kids off while him and Jaidyn both dropped the kids off when they went over there to that casino and did that weekend rendezvous that y'all didn't know nothing about. Didn't they drop the kids off? And I didn't let him in. Ask Jaidyn. He sat in the motherfucking car. So there you go. I don't care if they don't talk to me. I don't call looking for them. I sent them some scriptures to get their life right with Jesus, and that's it. He's been away over a year, so that don't count because he's under her control while she's paying. I mean, I don't know. I ain't never had no man in jail, so I wouldn't know what they sound like. Miss Karlissa, you think? He in jail. How can he do anything about that? How you mad about questions his fan followers asked that he approved? He ain't approved no damn questions. Stop acting dumb. What you talking about? He ain't approved shit. He didn't even sound like he was ready for that question. That's why he deflected so damn hard. He sounded like his daddy when I used to catch his daddy. Just made up some shit. He just made up some shit on the fly. He didn't say what she wanted him to say. She wanted him to say, I'm going to call and tell them they can't see my kids no more. Because he know if he call and tell me that, I won't. The boys don't have no respect for you. They don't have no respect for themselves. That's why they keep finding themselves in these dusty, dirty ass situations. How you gonna not have respect for me? I raised you. You don't have a choice. You wasn't a crack fiend, baby. And again, for the last and final time, I love my kids dearly, but I don't give no fucks about them not talking to me. They not my little friends. Okay? You can't make it on your own. You got to use them. Somebody tell her that I raised them by myself. Oh, shit. That's hilarious. I wonder if her feelings hurt by the Q&A. Please answer that. My feelings was hurt because I still see somebody trying to divide and conquer. And there's too many kids involved. So that's why my feelings is hurt. That is somebody out there that still don't want my grandkids to have a nice, comfortable place to go to while their mom is working. You know what I'm saying? And they not working like, oh, go to work 9 to 5 daycare hours. They working like long hours. And you got to trust people with your kids to be spending nights and stuff. Like, why would you not want his kids where you know he was raised comfortably at? Why would you even think he would want that? That's loser mentality. Like, you don't really like my son. You just fake it. And I know it's hard to like him. I'm his mama, and I barely like him too. Nope, Jaidyn already said he did not know that they was about to ask nothing about where no kids was being watched at. That is not part of the deal. No, ma'am, he did not know nothing about that. That's why he wasn't prepared for a good answer, okay? He did a good job, though. I like the answer. The answer was on fucking point. The restaurant is not in any way, shape, or form doing numbers that we did. It's impossible. We had a liquor license. We had overnight activities. It's impossible to do the numbers that I did. He knows that. He knows that that's just, that for him is just a tax write-off, y'all. Do you speak to your mom? My mom let a man touch me when I was 12, so why would we be speaking? Why would we have anything to talk about? I have forgiven her, but she haven't forgiven herself. So whenever I talk about it, she's uncomfortable. Your husband is slow. My husband is helping y'all badass kids. My husband is a counselor to the youth. My husband spends time trying to rejuvenate y'all kids. I miss my husband all day because he be somewhere with y'all slow ass kids. Y'all could Google my husband's income. He real slow, but he make a lot of money. I ain't never been without medical or dental, and I ain't never seen a bill in my life. And I've been married 10 years. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I ain't never seen a bill in my life. She's robbing Junior of having a loving relationship with his grandmother. Of all the grandparents, I mean, he probably got the kids got to have 4 grandparents. Not to have one spend time with you is crazy. I would be fighting for at least one. Jaidyn is a drunk. She need to be drunk right now, girl. She got free time and a free babysitter, and her kids is taking naps at their grandma's house right now. I'll be drunk too. Baby, I'll be drunk somewhere too. How is your bald spot? Well, thanks to Bree and these chemicals that she gave me, I have a full head of hair. But my hair only falls out when I'm stressed or worried about my kids. So it only falls out when I'm worried about my kids. When you have some grown kids, your hair gonna fall out too. But it wouldn't matter if I was ski ball to the bald head. God bless me with an amazing face. It wouldn't matter if I had no hair at all. Can we discuss the fact that he said he's closer to God? He's praying and able to focus. I didn't get to hear that part. Unfortunately, y'all didn't send me that part. But I mean, he was raised in the church, so I don't see how he wouldn't. He done read the Bible twice. He was raised in church. He was baptized at 12. So God wouldn't be, if he wasn't talking to God, God wouldn't be who he said he was. God said that they won't depart. They'll come back home regardless. So Jonathan was in church every Sunday until he went to college. People not allowed to drink. Girl, when you got kids and you got time off, you better enjoy yourself, honey. Because raising 2 kids by yourself is not easy. It is not for the weak. What is this page? This is my sister page. So make sure y'all come back to this page so that y'all can get many, many blessings and lessons. Because if she pray for you, honey, you gonna be blessed. If I tell you the stuff that she done reversed and she done, you make sure you stay up on this page, honey. Because when you need to pray for one of your kids or yourself or your marriage or whatever the case may be, honey, she can get a word through for you. She needs the Bible. We sent him a Bible. Remember, we sent him a Bible. We sent him a book. But he's already read the Bible. Ask Jaidyn. They went to church every Sunday. John knows the Lord. So, and he knows that's why he's sitting there. And he knows when the Lord will set him free. God will help you with your mental health. Girl, if it wasn't for God, honey, this would be beyond mental health. This is not for the weak. I'm very triggered. I'm very triggered that I have grandkids that have parents that are being bullied into not, having the relationship with them. I'm very triggered because I never ever put nobody before my kids. No man ever came before my kids. No relationship. None of my parents. Nothing came before my kids. So yes, I am so triggered at them even being tested with something like this. Very triggered. I need prayer. This is the page. So if you DM her, I have heard a lot of y'all have been blessed by my sister. So I'm so proud of y'all and grateful. Maybe God work in mysterious ways. Maybe that's why I get to sneak on her page. I have heard some of y'all's blessings and stories, and she definitely knows how to pray. She is the one that's been helping me keep from flying off the deep end or the edge or wishing bad luck or consequences or karma. I don't want none of that for nobody. My sister is an amazing child of God, okay? She's not about to get on here and hope nobody die, hope nobody get no consequences. Like a woman of God to the core. She has helped me through this whole thing and all these triggers. But whenever I see anybody put people before their kids, it's the biggest trigger for me. I have canceled friends. If I see a friend of mine, put a man before her kid, we're no longer friends. It is the most ugliest thing that you could ever do. And that's probably because my mama put a man before me. So yes, it is my trigger and my trauma. It is my trigger and my trauma when a woman cannot put her kids first. That's just going to be a trauma for me. I've lost friends. We don't talk. We don't speak. They know why. Girl, you just let that man talk to your kid like that and you still cool with him? Yeah, no. Yes, we should have never, ever been a part of the Q&A. Me and Jaidyn, she already said we was using her for clout. Don't bring it up. We boring. We should have never been a part of the Q&A. It should have been you know what? I'm not asking any questions about them because this is my thing with him. And that's a problem for me because why are you answering questions on your Q&A about us? We're doing everything for him that nobody's doing. We're raising his kids while he's gone. We are literally bending over backwards trying to make sure his kids have everything they need while he's gone. So as a stepmother, you should be nothing but grateful and appreciative to us, the village, the team that's helping his kids while he's gone. Like, I could be one of them grandmas in the street getting my groove back. Out there hanging out, partying, and his kids not having a piece of sound mind, or, you know. Then y'all mad when I talk to the kids about them. We clout chasing if we talk to the kids about them. Like, y'all some serious ass. I don't even know what to call y'all, but I already know y'all the type of women that let people yell at y'all kids and talk to them crazy and call them names and shit and get over it tomorrow and make up with them. Now, if you gotta chastise one of my kids and tell them no, stop, don't, that's fine. But when you get to the point where you talking to my kids like some people in the streets, we're done. There's nothing else to talk about if you're going to talk about my kids or talk to my kids like they just trash in the street. We're done. Like, you can talk to me like that.
All right, so we heard what Karlissa had to say. What I do agree with Karlissa about is that I don't think that Chrisean should have brought up Jaidyn or herself. I think that Chrisean should have kept the Q&A just about her and Blueface. But I do understand why she brought up Karlissa. I think she wanted to debunk some things. She wanted to clarify some things. And that's what she was asking Blueface about. She wanted to clarify. She wanted him to clarify where he stands with his mom. So it is what it is. Guys, definitely let me know your thoughts about what Karlissa had to say. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.